Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're doing something really exciting, which is planning the next 3 quarters. That's right, the first 3 quarters of 2026. And I just kind of think of this as like a rough planning because, of course, life happens, things are going to change. How I envision 2026 right now is probably not how things are going to fall into place exactly, but I like to go ahead. It's kind of like a moving into the planner type thing and go ahead and plan. So what am I talking about? Let me get started and show you guys. So first we're going to create a little key of all the things that I want to track. So for example, I've got a Sharpie. I've got like a bunch of these different colored Post-it ones. So let me just put all the different colors here. So we're basically going to try and not recreate. We're going to try and create a key. Whoop, that's the other way around. Create a key. And I do this using Post-its because, like I said, things will change, right? Things are going to change and they're not going to be exactly what I think of it right now. But this just gives us a good overview of what the year is looking like or what the next 9 months or so are looking like. And one of the other reasons I'm doing only 9 months is because this planner only goes up until September. But also, I'll talk a little bit about the last quarter of the year. At least for me, tends to be different. A lot more social plans, galas, events. I'm very into fall and Christmas, so the last 3 months of the year tend to be a little bit different for me. Okay, anyways. Okay, so we've got our colors down. So I like to track pay dates, Canadian holidays, Canadian holidays. What else do I want to do? Indian festivals. What else do I want to track? I do want to do birthdays. But let me see. So I do want to do birthdays. But I'm first thinking more like annual / quarterly appointments. Like things that you're not doing on a daily basis or a weekly basis or even a monthly basis, but things like getting your car serviced, dental cleanings, things like that. So I want to mark those appointments in separately. And then, is there anything else? I do want to track some of the big like payments, like maybe I have 2 main credit cards, so I'm thinking maybe dates of those. I'm thinking period tracker. I'm thinking, okay, for this one, let's just do birthdays for now. Birthdays, events / events. Things that I already know about, things that are already like in the plans or in the works. All right, so that's our little key. But you know what? I've just realized I need this key to be on a piece of paper outside the planner because we'll be moving around. So maybe I'll take this sticker book and just transfer these real quick. So hold on. Birthdays and events, annual and quarterly appointments, festivals, Canadian holidays, and pay dates. Those can go like this. And then I also have a whole bunch of Post-its if I want to make notes about certain things, about the month, etc. Okay, so let's get started. I think this will make more and more sense the more like once I start actually doing it. So we're going straight to January 2026 and let's get started. So first and foremost, paydays for January are They're always on Fridays, so I get paid every 2 weeks. So I got payday on the 9th and the 23rd. Okay, and then we obviously have a stat holiday on January 1st. I need to keep this open. Push these post-its out of the way. Okay. So we got our paydays marked in here. I'm gonna remove this flag because it's all crooked and it's gonna drive me nuts. So let's just do paydays. And let's keep our key over here. Okay, and then Canadian holidays, so New Year's is obviously off. Okay. And then is there anything else that I want to mark for January? So I am moving in January, which is obviously a very big thing and a unique thing. And so we're going to mark that completely different. I'm thinking I'm going to use these little post-its and that'll be perfect. So I'm going to say moving I don't want it to cover the dates, so I'm actually going to trim this post-it. Don't know if that's straight, but I'm just going to center it on these dates, 29th, 30th, and 31st. Because that is the plan right now, to start moving on the 29th and then 30th. So 29th, I'm moving by myself some of the things. 30th is when I need to schedule the movers for. And 31st, I'll be cleaning up my old place and getting the keys to my landlord. So yeah, I'm meeting the new landlord on the 29th. Okie dokes. So yeah, January is a very, very busy month because I'm on vacation. And then I just want to keep this key in front of me. Okay. So yeah, that is pretty much it. It's going to be very heavy with like packing and things like that. So on another post-it, I got these like square post-its in all kinds of different colors. So, and then these ones, these post-its are like full-on sticky post-its. I'm going to use these to just kind of do like a little breakdown of what the month is like. Where do I want to do this? I don't know. That's just in the middle of this side of the page because there's nothing else going on. Okay, so and then on this, I just want to put in like what I think the current plan is. And for this, I'm just using these Sharpie fine point, ultra fine point. Okay. So back from vacation. Let me make sure that does not bleed through. I don't think it will, but okay, no, we're good. Back from vacation, packing, moving, prep, book movers. Okay, I could even do that in December. Declutter, pack, kind of together. That's it. And then get back to the gym. Part plan. That's something I need to do for my CPA. And then there was one more thing that I wanted to do in January. Oh, it's just like work prep because we start our year end work prep, year end work. For any accountants out there will know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so that is the plan for January. Very, very simple. Just gonna put here payday. I don't know why I wrote date. It's payday, but I guess it's also pay date. And then this is, of course, New Year's, which is obvious. Alrighty, so January is kind of simple in the sense that there's not a lot of like stickers or plans, but they're like very, very significant plans with like moving, packing, coming back from vacation, getting back into the office, and all of that. And then, of course, I will be, starting going back to the gym. So technically, I'm trying to decide if I want my workouts to be on this or not. I think I do, like, especially for January, like, I'm not really having any events or birthdays or anything like that. It's just going to be packing, moving, cleaning, decluttering. So I think I can slot in some of the workouts that I might want to do. So we'll see. We'll come back to it. But for now, we're good. All right, moving on. Making sure this is dry. Moving on to February. Okay, first and foremost, let's mark our paydays. So February's got February 6th and February 20th. Okay. Okay, payday. I don't need to write because I know purple's payday, but it's easy enough. It's easy enough. And then we've got a stat holiday in February 16th. In British Columbia is Family Day. So that's a stat holiday for us. So this is very helpful, right? Because then you know, okay, where is my long weekend falling? And then if you want to make the long weekend longer by taking other days of vacation, then you can. Okay, there's no Indian festivals. Or, well, there is one. So what color is that? It's supposed to be blue. 15th. It always trips me up a little bit that we start on Sundays. I wish you had a choice to start the planner on Mondays. I would love to have like the weekends together. Anyways. Okay, and then I have a family member thing on the 22nd. All right, so that is all of the things we did for February, and I think that's it. Okay, so let's do the overview for February, what I'm expecting this month. I'll just do it this side. Seems easy enough. Okay, so this is anniversary and MS. Okay, so for February, the goal is really, it's going to be very heavy, intense at work. So work is going to be a lot of overtime for me. So really, it's like, I think routine building, because I'll be in my new place. Routine building and organize my new place. New place. Focus on habits. And that's pretty much it. Like there's nothing else that I want to do. I just want to get really settle into my new place. Settle in. New home. Make it home. So that is going to be my February. All right, let's go to March. This is kind of fun. All right, first and foremost, let's do our paydays in March. So March is March 6th and March 20th. Okay, so got those in. Payday. And then we've got Canadian holiday, nothing in March. Wait, what? I thought we have Easter. Oh my gosh, it's not. Of course not. What am I even saying? Okay, but we do have an Indian festival in March, and that's on March 10th. Which is Holi. Nice. And then I also have my first like adulting appointment, if you will, in March, which is for my car service. My car service is due mid-March, so let's put that on the 14th. Car service. And then I'm also due for like health, annual physical, and blood work in March. So when do I want to put that? Maybe I'll say I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's do end of March. And we'll physical and blood work. Yeah, so we got our 2 key appointments. And I think that is it. Okay, so let's do this guy here. All right, so got payday, I don't know. Very nice. So again, work intensive. It's year end, and then also like ramping up to go into the tax season. PERT is my priority number 1. For March, because February I'm still getting settled in, and then health is still number 2. Weight loss and going to the gym and all the fun things. So yeah, okay. Goal is to get this completed. Goal is to be done. Perfect. Okay, focus on goals. Health goals, I should say. Health goals and like weight loss. I'm hoping like by this time, like by March, I'm like fully settled, I'm cooking, all of those things. Alrighty, then we've got April. April, we have Good Friday. Okay, one thing at a time. Let's do our paydays again. So for April, we've got Friday the 3rd and the 17th. And already says a Good Friday here. I don't know if I want to double up on the Post-its. How do I want to do this? Like that. And like that. Okay, so I'm going to say Good Friday, payday, and payday. Lovely. And then I've got a friend's birthday on the 5th. Birthday. Just gonna put initials. And then I've got another birthday on the 11th. And I've got another birthday on the 30th. Amazing. And then I've got a dental cleaning on, ooh, April is a busy dental cleaning. On the 23rd, 6 p.m. after work. Alrighty, is there anything else in April? Let me see. Oh, of course. Oh my gosh. So I am actually planning a trip in April. Nothing's obviously planned yet, but that's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to use these arrow Post-its. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to move my cleaning. See, this is why this is so helpful, because I am thinking Europe trip, April 20th, and I'll be back on May 3rd is the plan. So I'm gone this whole time. Europe trip. Okay, so I guess I will do the arrows the whole way. Hold on. How am I doing this? Let's use those two there. This needs to get freaking moved, which is a good thing, because I booked my dental cleanings the last time I got my dental cleaning. I just booked them in advance. And it's good to know that I won't be here for my friend's birthday. So like I'll make plans with her either before I'm leaving or after I come back to celebrate, because we usually do our little girls' night somewhere fun. Oops. Whoa, what did I just do? All right, this is really cool. Oh my gosh. What is with this Post-it? Or what am I doing? That's the 3rd time. Lord. Okay, you're sticking. All right. So we've got Good Friday long weekend, which is so fun. And then what I also want to do is actually I want to put early dismissal. So I got some early dismissal stickers. So I'm gonna see, is this gonna fit on this thing? Let's try it. Early dismissal in the same color. Yay, it goes. Okay. So we get early dismissal. We'll get off a couple of hours, like 3 p.m. instead of 5 p.m. on like before the long weekends on certain days and things. So hopefully they're still doing that next year, and that will be an early dismissal day. Lovely. Okie dokes. So now it is time for a little summary of April. Okay, so we've got obviously the Europe trip. And dental, wait, did I do a March write-up? Yes, I did. Why did I not put car service in this on here? I mean, I guess it's, okay, no, never mind, it's all good. But in March, I'm gonna say Europe trip, Europe trip plan, and I'm also gonna put in February plan Europe trip, because I need to plan finances, I need to plan actual flights and bookings and all of that. Okay, I'm gonna say confirm dental cleaning, and then confirm birthday plans. Confirm birthday plans, because all these 3 people are very, I'm very close to them, so I want to make sure I'm there and I'm celebrating and all of that. And then of course we have the Good Friday long weekend. Finish up your end work at work, and then yeah, if I'm traveling for 2 weeks, which is what I'm hoping to do, then there isn't really anything else going on. Oh my god, biggest thing is tax season. So I have a massive deadline of submitting a tax return, which will need to happen prior to me leaving. So I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put this first and foremost. And I'm gonna put 12th as the like a deadline for myself. And I'm gonna say submit tax return. Okay. Okay, just seeing if there is anything else that I need to think of. I think not. I think that's everything. Okay, I think that's everything for April. Lovely. Let's go to May. Alrighty, so in May we've got 3 paydays. Love a good 3 payday month. So the 1st, the 15th, this will probably help with my Europe trip, and the 29th, okay? We got pay day, payday and payday. Beautiful. And then we have a long weekend. We've got Victoria Day on the 18th. Monday. Victoria Day. And then on the 15th, that means it's going to be an early dismissal. So I'm going to move this one down here. And this one up here. And let's get an early dismissal flag over here. Beautiful. Okay, and then, wait, why do I have a dental cleaning showing on May 23rd? No, I think that's wrong. I mean, it has to be, okay, never mind. So May 3rd, it's like returning from Europe. So let's do a little sticky for that, and let's cut it in half. Sorry, not less than that. Okay, that's totally crooked, but whatever. This is not by any means supposed to be perfect. It's just supposed to be functional. So return from Europe. Okay. Lovely, 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 lovely. And I think that's it. So is there anything else going on? No, I think that's it. Victoria, no. Just gonna double check. Are there any birthdays in May? No, nothing. Okay, awesome. Let's do a little summary for me. Okay, get back refreshed. Man, long weekend. Yee. It's hard to write with a coil. I should just flip it over. It's terrible handwriting, but again, this is supposed to be practical. And then, so yeah, it's basically resume all my routines, right? Because when you're back from vacation, it takes a minute. It takes a minute. Travel scrapbook while everything is fresh, hopefully. But back on health goals. Because, you know, when I'm on vacation, I am not going to be thinking about that. I'm just going to be there in the moment, enjoying and loving and, you know, loving all the food and all the things. But when I'm back, I just want to get back into that. Okie dokes. Exciting times. June. Let's see, what do we have in June? Okay, let's start with, again, our paydays. Very easy. So we got 12th and the 26th. And then I've got my friend's birthday on the 19th. It's right Is there anything else? There's no stat holidays. There isn't really any festivals. I'm supposed to do my eye exam in June. So let's put that here. Eye exam. Okay, and then I've got insurance review. Put that on just another Saturday, like a random Saturday. Review insurance. There isn't really anything that exciting going on in June, TBH. It's just regular stuff. Okay. Or at least, like, there's nothing right now. Yeah, so June's focus is going to be more on strength and self image work. This is one of my goals, is, you know, body confidence, strength training is kind of what I'm thinking of this month. Body confidence, get back into my reading. It's summertime. Yeah. Health and confidence, I should say. Body confidence. Okay, so. Alrighty, and July is Canada Day. Canada Day. Which is very exciting. Okay, I will write in a minute. We've got Canada Day. Got my birthday on the 21st. I've got paydays on July 10th. And 24th. And that's it. So I've got Canada Day. And so we will also have early dismissal. Just gonna use this red one here, which really I should go back and put that in June. So I'm gonna do that. For June 30th, we'll have early dismissal. Actually, I don't know if we will, because it's on a Tuesday. Usually we got early dismissals when it's on Friday. Maybe. Just because it is Canada Day, which is we're Canadians. It's one of my most important days, but because it's midweek, I don't know. But it's good for like planning, like if I want to do a little time off, staycation or something. We'll just put maybe question marks. Okay, so got birthday. And we've got our paydays. And that's really it, I believe. Nope. A summary for July. I'm gonna start using these small ones because now it's like beyond 6 months. I haven't really thought too much about it. I don't really know too much about what's gonna go, so I'm just gonna say enjoy summer. While maintaining routines. That's really it. That's my intention, and that's what I would like for July. All right, August. We have BC Day on the 3rd, which is exciting. And I have my appointment, my dentist appointment on August 27th. Dentist appointment, 6 p.m. And we have some festivals. We have August 18th. And I've got a birthday. And I don't really celebrate this one, but I just like knowing when it is. So there's another festival. That's all messed up. And because the 3rd is BC Day, we will probably get an early dismissal on this Friday, which is exciting. And then I'm gonna go back in July and mark it as well. So July 31st is an early dismissal. Awesome. And then August is kind of a big reflection month for me usually. So let's see. Let's just do it here. Continue with the theme of it. Got posters flying everywhere. All right. For August, it is mid-year check-in. Well, it's not really mid-year, but you know, that's usually when I tend to do my check-in. Goal tracker review. Actually, this really should go on June, and then I will do another like review check-in. This here, mid-year check-in and goal tracker review in June, and then for August is like a pre-fall check-in. That's where I like to plan the last quarter of the year. Goal check-in. And Q4. Yeah, it's just like a good reflection point for me usually, because I love fall and winter, and I love to make fall and winter plans during August is when I will like kind of look at everything, because June is really, really busy with work. So I tend to not do that activity here, but here I would like look at vision board and stuff like that. Just kind of remind myself of all my goals, and just kind of like gear up. Like if things are on the vision board or on my goals have not been addressed, it's like, okay, you're going into the last quarter of the year, let's like ramp it up type of a thing. And I think that's it for August. Did I miss anything? Oh, I have a couple more birthdays. Actually, just one more on the 11th. And that's it. So knowing, you know, when things are, it just really helps you plan when to come at things and whatnot. All right, last one, September. September. I believe it's also, we got a few things going on. Okay, so first of all, we have two stat holidays in September, Labor Day. And September 30th, which is National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. So that's important. And then our paydays are on the Friday. And, the 4th. Of course, it's a Friday. And the 18th. And I've got my friend's birthday on the 12th. And is there anything else? I've got a festival. I don't really do anything for this one particularly, but I would like to know when it is. Is there anything else in September? Oh, my car service. I think it's like tire service or something, like tire checking. It's mid-September, it says, so I'll just put this one here. And I think that's it. Okay. So let's start filling this up. We got payday. We've got birthday. Whoops. That's fine. Car. Tires. Check. I don't know why I put an apostrophe here. We've of course got Labor Day here. And so we probably have an early dismissal on this Friday. Whoa. Okay. Early dismissals. They're just nice, you know. It's the only time I feel like I can catch a happy hour. But I'm also bad at like going to happy hours. But I need to do that more. Save some money. Okay, and then so it's like, why am I tracking these festivals? Like if I don't particularly do something, because I would like to go to the temple that day, for example. Okay, so we got payday's birthday. That is it for September. I feel like I've only put in one dental cleaning. I guess I put in a dental check-in. So that's fine. And that's it, because this planner only goes to freaking September. Actually, it's not even September, is it? Oh, it is. It is. Okay. So for September, this is when I tend to do a financial audit of my life. Financial life audit. I don't know. It's just, it's back to school. It's planning Q4. fall. So it's a really fun time. I love decorating for fall and all of that, and doing all the fall activities. And it's just such a good time. It's one of my favorite time of the year. Literally starts in September. It's back to school. It's amazing. I love it. And yeah, alrighty. I am loving this. Okay, so here we go. Shall we go from the very beginning of the year? So January, back from vacation, we're packing, we're decluttering, we're booking the movers, we're getting back into some healthy habits, we're starting the work prep and the purge prep. Amazing. February is lots of work over time, planning my new trip, just settling into the new place. And, it always takes a minute to settle into the new place, finish unpacking, routines, etc. March, we are really, really focusing on my career stuff. I've got car service, annual blood work, and physical assessment and all that. Really focusing on my health goals and weight loss, and planning my Europe trip yet again. April, very exciting. Euro trip will finally happen, but gotta deal with a bunch of things before I leave. So submitting tax return, very important. Got a couple of birthdays, got a long weekend, got a dental cleaning that actually needs to get moved. Nice. And then May, come back from the trip, which of course, they're always like life-changing. Come back refreshed, get back into routines, hopefully do a travel scrapbook. This is something I always want to do, but I always kind of fail. Hopefully putting it here will make it easier. Got a long weekend, so you can plan for that. Got 3 paydays, yay for that. June, hitting the mid-year mark, so mid-year check-in, goal tracker review, focus on strength and self-image and body confidence. We got paydays, got an eye exam and reviewing of just insurance, got a birthday. July, got 1 birthday, got Canada Day, so that's always really exciting, and just try to focus on enjoying the summer while still maintaining the routines. August, goal check-in, plan Q4, look at the vision board, got a couple of birthdays, got a couple of one long weekend, a festival, a dental appointment, and then last, September, financial life audit, just a general life audit, plan for Q4 fall, decorate for fall, do all the fall things, bucket list, got Labor Day weekend, got a festival here, got a birthday, check the car tires. So I hope you enjoyed it. There's a lot that you can, do. This just gives a really good sense of like what the year is looking like. Of course, like I said, things will change. By no means am I saying things will not change. Things will 100% change. You will move it around. But this is just something that I really like to do, to see what the year is looking like, what the months are looking like, which months are crazy busy with a lot of things, which months, like for example, April, like it's just so obvious. Obviously, I'm traveling. But even without the traveling, there's things going on. There's multiple birthdays. There's, submitting of tax returns, which is a big thing. And then I had a dental cleaning booked here already, but I obviously know that I need to move it up. So, yeah, it's just fun to know, especially like things like even like paydays. Like I like to know which months have more than the 2 standard paydays, because twice a year we will have that. So I hope you enjoyed this. There's a lot more that I can technically put in and plan. Like for example, nail appointments is once a month. I could schedule it every 4 weeks. There's a lot of things that you can put in, like period tracking if you wanted to do that. I think I'm going to do that in either a dot grid situation, like in something like this. I'm thinking of doing a period tracker, and of course it will change the dates, but I just want to highlight, like when do I think, according to where I am today, when do I think it'll be, because again it helps with making social plans and things like that for me. I already did my dental appointments. Basically, I did my medical appointments. The other things that I could do here is planning beauty appointments, self-care days, wellness days, workouts maybe. But I think workouts you gotta go month by month because that's, I don't know, it's too in advance for me. I could have put in my credit card payment days because they'll always be the same date every month. But yeah, those are some other ideas of things you could do. But what I really wanted was paydays, stat holidays, festivals, birthdays, any early dismissals, and like big themes for the month. So, all right, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.